Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two of our interview with Angela Soffe, singer-songwriter Angela Soffe. We are so excited to have you back. We had our wonderful first hour with her where she shared with us her wonderful Mormon journey and what inspired her to write this amazing album. If you haven't listened to that episode, you really want to hear it just to get the context. Again, I'm John DeLynn, and we're so grateful to have you here. Now what we're going to do, we're in front of a live audience in Holiday, Utah. We're so grateful to Community of Christ in Salt Lake City for hosting us. And now we're going to have this special treat where we're going to have Angela Soffe play several of her songs for us from an album that she is going to introduce. So please now enjoy 6 or 7 songs from Angela Soffe. Take it away, Angela. Let's give her a round of applause.
About anything, but I know something is tearing me down. I wake up thinking about all the ways I don't measure up, and it hurts to let them down. So judge me, cast me your stones, I will lay them back at your feet. Take my hand, let's walk a mile. We like to throw rocks at the people who don't see the world in the way we do. I don't know why we all stand in a circle and point a finger or two. Tell me, how can you see what is buried beneath a mountain of smiles? We're all thrown in the same blue water of the unknown. So leave your rocks at home. The truth is not what it seems. We are told to just be believing. The story has never been told, and we all need someone to listen, to hold our hearts as they're beating. We're so much more than we seem, but we like to throw rocks at the people who don't see the world in the way we do. I don't know why we all stand in a circle and point a finger or two. Tell me, how can you see what is buried beneath a mountain of smiles? We're all thrown in the same blue water of the unknown. So leave your rocks at home. Moving parts, we're all the same, you and me. The only defeat is when we don't ask to see. We like to throw rocks at the people who don't see the world in the way we do. I don't know why we all stand in a circle and point a finger or two. Tell me, how can you see what is buried beneath a mountain of smiles? We're all thrown in the same blue water of the unknown. So leave your rocks at home. Thank you. This next one has to do with a dream that I had, and I'm not a dreamer. I don't have visions like biblical people do, but I had this dream that I was trapped inside what seemed to be a church, and this took place before I, even told anyone how I was feeling. But I was on this side of the church, and there was this huge panel of stained glass windows, and on it was the first vision in my dream, and it was dark inside, and I felt like the air was getting really thin, and I was starting to panic in my dream, and there was this like sledgehammer or something on the ground, and I remember I had this choice in my dream to break the glass, and I knew it was like this precious, huge panel in a church, and I shouldn't do that. But anyway, in this dream, I like crushed the glass, and it all came shattering on top of me, and it cut me everywhere. Like I was bleeding all over, and it hurt so bad. And I looked up, and there was like smoke and like lights coming in, like sunlight, where it had been cloudy, and I woke up, and I remember thinking, wow, I wonder what that dream was about. And I closed my eyes again, and the next thing I saw was this wall of trees, and this melody just like came to mind, and I'm starting to obey when music comes to me, and so I get out of bed and I do what I need to do to write it down, and this song came out of that, and it was called "The Forest," and it's about how sometimes we can't see what we're in because it's a massive wall of trees, and that's often how I felt coming out of everything. It's my allegory. Once I was lost in a forest made of gold, and I thought I had found happiness. There was a bird who knew my name. He said that I would always be safe. No need to look beyond the forest walls. I didn't know what I didn't know, though I saw the blue up above, and freedom came in small arrivals, lie between the leaves, and I couldn't see the forest for the trees. There I lay down on the golden mossy ground. I fell asleep in the forest of didn't know, though I saw the blue up above, and freedom came in small arrivals, lie between the leaves, and I couldn't see the forest for the trees. Bless my little soul, I found a place to rest my head. The hardest part about waking up is remembering the dream. Thank you. All right, anyone here ever been through a breakup? Nope, everyone. Oh, one. So I'm going to treat you guys like it's a show. I forgot that this is recorded. Raise your hand. Just kidding. All right, so I call this my breakup song. I was really upset when I wrote this song, and so I wrote it in a minor key. That's how you know. This is deep, and I don't think I need to explain why maybe I was upset. There were too many to enumerate, but I felt like I had this very visceral reaction to this almost parental figure that was the church to me, and I felt like I had been betrayed. I felt like I had been lied to, and because I made the choice to leave out of integrity, I felt that I was dealt with less than integrity from my church, and that really made me angry. And keep in mind also that because some people have asked me about this song, the songs that I've written for this album were written years ago. So I no longer feel the same things that I felt so intensely, and I've let a lot of these things go. But if you are someone who is in this current phase of being angry, just know that it's very normal, and you will have waves of them, and they'll come and they'll go, and they'll come and they'll go, and it will get more and more time between the fits of anger. But you continue to have them, and finding ways to cope and deal with that, I think, is really, really healthy. So this was my way of coping. The song is called Deep. Come on and say you're sorry, 'cause I don't need this anymore. Too many days go by and I've heard it all before. I'm weary of the answers. No, they don't speak to my soul. Taught me how to love you and made me pay the toll. Now I'm deep in the river. The water's rising and I hope you're I didn't want to believe them. They said to choose the right, but shadows from the past came to live like ghosts in my house. They took my floor and my family and showed me the way out. Oh, we're deep in the river, the water's rising, and I hope you're realizing it's sink or swim, and I'm not going in to save you. We're deep in the ocean, waves are crashing over. If only words could keep us from going under. Thank you. Looking back, I think that I may have badmouthed my husband, and I'm going to pay for it when I get home. So I need to redeem him a little bit. I have the greatest husband, and I can say that because I think he's actually my second husband. John informed me that we have 3 spouses in our lifetime. So I married a man, and when we left the church, I got to choose a new man, and that was my husband. And during this period of transition, he dealt with things a little differently than I did, and he, for whatever reason, withdrew from me. And for a long time, I was alone in every way, except he was in our house. And so that was really isolating, and I think that was probably the most difficult piece, was that I had lost the respect of my family, and though I still had their love, I felt like I had failed them, and I lost my church, and I also lost my husband. And this was a really, really challenging time for me, and I wrote this song for my husband, and it's called Going South. Did you think you could wake up without waking me too? I know when your feet hit the ground like they always do. The morning is cold with no words to break the ice. Here in the dark, I hold the great divide. I wish I could reach out and show you what's real. Caught in a landslide, though I dig in my heels. In desperate times, you walk the barren fields. And though I am here, my voice you cannot hear. These are the words you don't want to hear when it all comes out. fix what is going down. Don't let your mind lie to you. I've been here the whole time, waiting for you to take me home when you're going south. Love, can you see me? 'Cause I'm looking at you, thinking it over, not sure what to do. Cradle my heart so I can't feel it too. Rock me to sleep and wake me when it's through. These are the words you don't want to hear when it all comes out. Running away is not gonna fix what is going down. Don't let your mind lie to you. I've been here the whole time, waiting for you to take me home when you're going south. Thank you. All right, so I spend a lot of time doing dishes, and this song I wrote actually like in between dishwashing sessions. I was washing dishes in my sink, and I was thinking about my mission, and I started to kind of like laugh because I thought suddenly how ridiculous I was for thinking that I was responsible for the salvation of all these people. And that I gave myself that kind of power. I don't know who I thought I was, that my obedience would impact the eternal salvation of another soul. So I actually thought it was pretty funny that I was so deluded. And I wrote this song. It's a little bluegrass tune called Kitchen Sink. So many trials and troubles on the face of those I meet. I'm keeping a watchful eye on every lost sheep. Still I fix my gaze on heaven for the prize that I will win. The good Lord knows I've paid my dues to wash away my sin. Risen from my sleep, washed in the water of my own kitchen sink. Thank God above for all that I don't know. Love is enough, for the Bible tells me so. Then I found the straight and narrow in the fall of 2010. Saved by the information, and you know John DeLynn. Now the waters of Jordan have swept my chains away. Heaven to all us doubters we pray. Hallelujah, I have risen from my sleep, washed in the water of my own kitchen sink. Thank God above for all that I don't know. Love is enough, for the Bible tells me so. In this world of tribulation, seek and ye shall find. Go to the mountain, tell him all the lambs are blind. I hope angels are watching the day I fly away. Caught up to glory, Peter, can you clear my name? Hallelujah, I have risen from my sleep, washed in the water of my own kitchen sink. Thank God above for all that I don't know. Love is enough, for the Bible tells me so. Thank you. All right, I'm going to play one more song for you. This song I wrote to myself, and I wrote it maybe 2 years ago when I decided that I was going to try to find happiness in a new way. And when I did, and I realized that I had the power to change my thoughts, to change what I thought of myself, what I thought I was capable of, I felt like I was standing on the top of this enormous mountain and I could do anything. And I still feel that way. I feel like I had these chains and now I can do whatever it is that my heart wants to do. And I love that. So this song is probably dedicated to myself. It's called Second Wind, and it's the title song of the album, which I think is significant because I do feel like I have been given a second wind, and I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have been given this second chance to choose myself and help others in the best way I can. So this is Second Wind. Let us speak of daytime dreams and those forbidden things that you dare not tell one another. They will say it can't be done, but you've already won. Put your shoulder to the wheel and start walking. If you can dream it up, it's yours to keep. These walls are made of sand. Wasted all my time being not enough, and I hardly know where I have been. Traveling on a second wind. Careless minds, no, don't be shy. You're afraid, and so am I, of the fire that burns just beneath us. If you can dream it up, it's yours to keep. These walls are made of sand. Wasted all my time being not enough, and I hardly know where I have been. Traveling on a second wind. Whoa. not enough, and I hardly know where I have been. Whoa, whoa, wasted all my time being not enough, and I hardly know where I have been. Traveling on a second wind. Thank you.
I'll send that one to you.
I used to put in earbuds. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I will. I would put in earbuds and crawl into bed and listen to you and everybody that has been on here because I felt really alone, and so I just feel so grateful that I'm here, and thank you for that. That was so kind.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Should she stay up there? Are the cameras okay? Okay. All right. Well, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. And you don't want to think you've had the full experience because you have some wonderful musicians on that album. And it's David, right? I've met him a few times. Can you talk a little bit about just the band?
Yeah, I have an awesome band. They were in Washington, kind of spread out all over, but we get together and rehearse sometimes. But we do a lot of shows, and my right hand guy is David Owens, and he's going to be with us this summer when we're here. And he's a fantastic guitarist and mandolin player, and he makes me look good. I don't have him here to make me look good.
He's got his own journey, doesn't he?
He does. He does. He's coming up on 1 year of sobriety from all his experimentation. Yeah, he's drug and alcohol free.
So shout out to David,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and he's a great musician, really fun. So let's just kind of end by talking about, do you want to sit down? Or are you awkward?
I'm okay.
You okay? Okay. So kind of where are you going? How is it now? How's the family? How's, married life? How's your healing going? Mm-hmm. A lot of people, because we've been conditioned to think we can't find joy and happiness if we take a little bit of a different path. There's a lot of people out there like you, listening to the earbuds in their bed, mm-hmm. fearful mm-hmm. to make authentic choices. Mm-hmm. Is there joy after making?
Yes.
After
person who has their earbuds in and alone and crying, it gets so much better. Just trust your inner voice, trust your intuition, the real you that you are. Yeah, I am so happy in my life. I feel like not only have I regained the creative side of me, that's just one aspect. In so many other ways, my marriage is healthier. I felt like we had to kind of break up and then choose each other again. And I really like the guy I chose. He's pretty awesome, and he's amazing to me, and he's great, and he's there, and he's present, and we've done a lot of healing. So also, if your marriage is not doing so great, there there are success stories, and I think that that's true, that we hear a lot of the pain and the suffering, but we don't get to hear the other side, and we don't get to hear that, maybe things are awesome somewhere else. And it doesn't mean that there aren't bad days. Like I have terrible days a lot, but it has less to do with me feeling bad about myself. It has more to do with events that are going on in my life or stuff that doesn't work out. So, yeah. And as far as you asked about the future plans, so one of the awesome things about like being back in music again is that I feel like I have this like second wind, and I want to do everything. So I'm trying everything, and I'm trying to still be a good mom. But I'm getting involved in a lot of really awesome projects, working with fantastic musicians, and I'm actually working on a brand new project that's completely out of my comfort zone, which is how I like it. I'm making electronic dance music, like EDM. Can you guys picture it? No, you can't. I know they can't. But I'm working with an awesome engineer and musician, and he goes by Milo Craft. And we're making a dance record, and I wanted it to be, I felt like Second Wind was kind of a grieving record, and this new thing I'm doing is going to be like really positive and upbeat, and it's going to be fun, and I'm really excited to just kind of leave all the trash in the past and like dive into something positive and awesome that people can love and dance to and feel like, they're understood, they're valuable, they're who they are is good enough as you are. Like I just love that messaging.
Tell us about this track I'm about to play.
Okay, so this is a sample track. It's a remix of the song Deep that I played, but it's in that style, and it's in no way like complete. It's just a demo, and we just started working together like a month ago. So be kind. We're working on it. But if you want to get behind it, we would love it. It's going to be, we're going to put out like one song at a time and kind of just grow that way. And you can follow us or join us on our Patreon page. So if you go to my website, angelasoffe.com, there's a link to our Patreon project. It's called Be Moved. And you can like donate, or you can, I think for $1, you can like get inside access to everything we're doing. You're going to get every draft of what we're making. And I'm writing all the songs, and Milo Craft is crafting with me. So it's going to be awesome.
So this is Angela Soffe featuring Milo Craft? Is that how you're saying it? Something like that?
No, it's just a duo thing. I don't know.
Let's play a little bit of it. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cody's digging it. Can we get up and dance? Woo!
So would you guys like dancing to this?
Margie's going to get up and dance. Margie wants to dance right now. All right, what do you guys think?
Thank you.
So really quickly, normally artists need to get paid, and it looks like they bought all your CDs. Is that right? Are they out? There's still some left, so I always like to challenge my audience to leave the table empty. That would be a nice way to thank Angela for coming. We did not offer her an honorarium to come. In fact, she used a flight voucher to even pay her own airfare to come out here. So if any of you here in the audience or in the listening, viewing audience just want to express your thanks to Angela, please do just go to Angela Soffe, SOFFE.com, and hit the PayPal button and throw her some bones. I think art deserves to be supported. Tell us the story about the email you received that you told me about at lunch.
Oh, I had someone tell me not too long ago that they were going to end their life. And they heard one of my songs and they decided to stick with it. And I was like, don't do it. So yeah, I mean, I never expect that my music will have that kind of an impact, but when it does, it's super rewarding, especially, when you think that it doesn't matter and then hearing that maybe to someone it does. And I just wanted to add, anyone who's listening and needs someone to reach out to, you can reach out to me. Like I didn't reach out to anyone in particular, but I think that helps rather than just maybe having an anonymous online profile, just talking to one person that will hear you. I think that's so valuable.
All right. So the way that we always like to end our Mormon Stories interviews is with a final testimony, we call it. Doesn't have to be a religious one. It can be religious or spiritual or secular or a combination. So as you're thinking about those of us that are here and anyone in the listening and viewing audience who might be listening, what are some parting words of wisdom or encouragement or just vulnerability or authenticity that you would want to close with?
I think it's important to realize that the natural man is not an enemy to God. I believed that about myself, and I guess I would just like to say that, whatever you're going through, it's not going to last forever, and you as an individual hold worth that cannot be described or quantified by something external outside of you. So I feel like the best thing that I have done for myself is to go inside of my own self and figure that out, who I was. So these are really bad parting words. I think self-love, learning how to love yourself, only betters the world. And by being the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like, that's going to be better than a million casseroles, because you are going to be happy and shed that light on everyone else. So by being your very best, you're going to make the world a better place. And that's what I intend to do, is just be my best version of myself, make sure I'm happy, and keep the people in my life happy.
Beautiful. What do we want to say? Let's give her a warm Mormon Stories. Thank you, Angela, for a wonderful, lovely evening.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Stay in touch.
For sure.
All right, we want to thank everyone who has joined us tonight. It's so nice to have a live audience. It just makes it much more fun and enjoyable. I want to thank everyone who's joined us also online and asynchronously. We have so many people to thank. Again, I want to thank Tim Corey and Cody Layton for handling our audiovisual stuff. I want to thank Community of Christ for offering their beautiful building here, always being such great hosts. I want to thank Shamie Price and Amy Grubbs for planning this event and all that they do to keep the Open Stories Foundation going. Thank our board of directors. And most importantly, we have to thank those of you who support the Open Stories Foundation and Mormon Stories. Literally, your donations keep us alive and make all this possible. So thank you for making this possible. If you are not yet a supporter, we would welcome your support. Go to mormonstories.org, and you can make a monthly donation that would make a great difference. Please check out angelasoffe.com, S-O-F-F-E, angelasoffe.com. Support her. We hope to feature other artists in the coming months and years as well. So if you are an artist and you want to be featured, let us know, because we want to support Mormon and post-Mormon artists all over the place. So with that, please hope you'll join us again for another live event or online. You guys take care. Check us out at mormonstories.org. Share the love. If you liked Angela's music or today's episode or any episode, please share it with family and friends. Post it on social media. Everyone loves it when you post things related to Mormon Stories or John Lynn online. Never causes any problems. No. Only do it if you feel safe to do that. But we really appreciate it when you can. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Take care and have a great night.
Thank you.